football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Lawrence on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel.
Odell Beckham Jr. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Houston. Well, normally the first thing most fans think of with Odell Beckham are the one-handed catches, right? But he's also pretty darn good, Charles, with the ball already in his hands. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Taylor. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Here's a sneak with Jones, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Lawrence. Man open. Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A huge play there for Houston. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Lawrence. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Lawrence's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And I think the ball's out. And the Colts pick it up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give for Taylor running right side. Taylor's got the first down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to Taylor on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Steps away to his left. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Tremont Smith. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Flushed out right. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Letting one go deep here for Gronk. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Houston.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Jones. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. This to Hines on the drop-off. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Shrugs him off. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And this is going to depend on progress, but they're saying no, he didn't get there. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. On 1st down, Lawrence. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here's Rodgers to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Taylor's got the 1st down and more. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 36, Jones. They'll get this off to Taylor. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll lead here to a third down. From the gun, Jones. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Runs over it. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Look to throw on 3rd and goal. Back in the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On play action, Lawrence. Caught by Allen. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. They go play action now. Lawrence going deep for Hopkins. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Rodgers on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now Jones on first down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now Lawrence to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
Oh, yeah, baby. All day, all day.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 96 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He completes it to Beckham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got a
touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
109 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Jones throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On second and 9, Jones eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On second and 1, Lawrence. They've got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Keenan Allen with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running left, Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now left side on the swing pass. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And some room to maneuver. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here's Rodgers to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
as they head to the field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And that'll be incomplete. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Powering his way forward. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Ronald Jones taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8. Now Jones. He's got Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.